Alright, so I'm back for the second stream of the day on F1 2021 for round 16, round USA, and F1 2021 my team. Last time out at Japan, we got a little lucky with the strategy, doing the one stop from inters to softs, unlike the AI who did intermediate, soft. So we ended up going from last on the grid to third. And another thing I discussed, or another important thing that I think is worth mentioning, is that going forward, I am having a minimum or maximum flashback limit. So I can't just use a billion flashbacks, as that one takes up a bunch of time, and two completely ruins the flow of the racing and makes it, well, pretty terrible to watch. So yeah, it worked out pretty well at Japan. Only ended up using 4 flashbacks, 2 of which were in practice and 2 were in the race. So moving into USA, have a weight reduction and tire wear upgrade on the car, and I did a time trial lap, only one, but it was solid, and it's not too far off of 110 AI pace, which I would take, considering it was literally just a banker lap. Wasn't on the absolute limit.
They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Wasn't on the absolute limit or anything. I was just trying to get a feel for the setup. So it was 10.6 instead of 10.7, but I've bumped it up just so I can have a little bit better rear stability and traction, as tire wear around this track is pretty high, particularly on the rear tires. So yeah, this is the setup. Feel free to use it if you like. It's basically the current top time trial setup. So yeah, so clean sector, all DRS zones, 2 meters of the racing line. Seems like that is the objective for all of the practice programs. So going out on the hards,
A bit like a rubber out on track. Try to take it easy for a couple of laps.
I'm going to drive out like I did at Japan. Yeah, let's just find a rhythm in this car. Just letting the AI Valtteri Bottas through, as he's on softs, I'm on mediums, and he's in a significantly faster car. I'm gonna turn on the racing line so I can complete the racing line objective. There we go. Okay, here we go. Track acclimatization program. I'm going to use the flashback for that. I won't use another one though.
Approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD for the activation point.
I have to use one for this as well. I don't think there's a flashback limit. Oh yes, there is.
Fantastic. You obviously have a really good understanding of this circuit.
Okay, that should be the targets completed. I activated all of the DRS zones though. I don't know what they're talking about. That's pretty silly, honestly. I guess I'm gonna have to do it again. I'm gonna turn off racing lane this time. If I can't do it, and or I can do DRS, obviously.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best of luck out there.
Alright, this is one DRS zone. Right, second DRS zone activated. Or a DRS zone.
Good work. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
Got the corner like a retard. Anyways, back to the garage. I'll just get the third one and practice. After all, that one is pretty annoying anyways. Below average tire wear 2 meters, all the DRS zones. Don't leave the track, conserve fuel 2 meters of the racing line. I'm gonna do a flying lap for this one.
solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
A lot more grip, so that's nice. I think you have to brake earlier here since you can't run a brake bias super aggressive like on 2020.
You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
I cannot get the car stopped for that corner. Gonna have to use flashback because I'm not gonna waste that time.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Front locking is super easy here, so hopefully the rear width brake bias helps. Kinda helps. Helps a lot through here though.
what we asked for. Keep it up.
That's not too bad. Seems like rear downforce is the one I just can't get, huh? For the development boost, I mean. Below average tire wear. Okay, flying lap. Then we're gonna do quali sim, and then quick practice.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Focus on a good exit. No! Was I using overtake, or did the rear just let go? I don't think I was using overtake. No, the rear tires just let go.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
That's frustrating. And I'm gonna see what that does. Yeah, let's try that. Quali pace. Let's go. No.
All personnel be aware, car leaving.
Teammate status.
There's static over the radio. Say again.
Teammate status.
Say that again. We're having trouble receiving.
Teammate status.
Didn't catch that. Say
How do you
again.
not hear me? Teammate status.
Say again. You're breaking up.
What is wrong with this game?
They're in 18th. Their best lap time is a 1:33.4. We have 2 laps of fuel remaining. We're low on fuel. Box in the next 2 laps, please. Box this lap, please. Box this lap. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
I was decent, balance, little understeery, but overall it's fine. If I were to change anything, I would push the brake bias forwards in turn 1, push it rearwards for every other corner. Besides that, I'm happy. Gonna save this as the new setup because I think there's a bit more grip mid corner with this one, and that's exactly what I want. And I'm gonna focus quick practice entirely on getting these rear downforce development boost. That's what they're called, right? Yep. Okay, retire. Skip.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Bottas,
I'm a little worried about the rear end through the long right-hander.
Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
Still can't compete with them, so I don't understand why I'm being asking this question. Gonna do my Lewis Hamilton impersonation.
This season. Is this to catch up or stay ahead?
Aerodynamics.
It didn't look like you put much time into practice today. Is there a reason?
Sometimes. Wait.
Great. Well, that's everything.
His ass hurt. Go ahead, go. There you go.
Alright, quick practice, let's go. Let's not waste any time. Hop straight into race strategy. Good. Track acclimatization. Good. Tire management. Good. Yep. Boom. Easy. That's everything. Quick practice. I really like it actually. At first I didn't. I thought it was pretty stupid, but now that I figured out exactly how to use it, it's actually pretty clutch. Okay, I think that's everything. Nothing left to do with practice, so let's just get straight to one shot. Get some aero upgrades on the car and keep it moving. Yes. I think he... I'm not... Wait, did he get a development boost? I'm pretty sure he did. This is exactly what we need. I'm gonna focus entirely on getting some downforce on the car. That is the priority at the moment. Everything else is second to that because aerodynamics is the largest, or aerodynamics has the largest influence on car performance, not only in this game but in real life. Which, I mean, maybe that was kind of stupid to say because the game's based on real life, but yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I'm really liking the helmets. Looks great. With the white back, it just didn't look right. But the thing is, you can't rotate the helmet around to see what it looks like from different angles, which is pretty silly. Another thing I think should be added in the game is that. I think I'm pretty happy with everything. Just gotta remember, brake bias forwards, turn 1. Brake bias rearwards, rest of the lap. And yeah, let's hop into it. 16th isn't terrible. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three: Bottas, Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
At the end of the day, that's still roughly where we are. And even though it says the AlphaTauri is behind us on the performance chart, it's a lie because the car is inherently better. Kind of like my team car is inherently bad even with upgrades. When it says it's best on the development chart, it doesn't feel like it, if that makes sense. Also, our chassis upgrades are kind of padding that performance chart because downforce is more important. But for some reason, the chassis also has a pretty big impact on the performance charts indicator.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
Well, yeah, it's not where we want to be, but it's where the car is. Give me 1 second, I'm checking something. And yeah, my lap could have been better. But at the same time, like I said earlier today, I'm not trying to do a bunch of flashbacks and restarts. That's time consuming and it doesn't look good on stream. So if that means qualifying isn't as good, it is what it is. Okay, let's get those aero upgrades on the car. Absolutely not. You must be retarded if you think I'm gonna upgrade that. 1246. Front downforce has no 16th, right? For both, yeah. What is this? They're all major, aren't they? Yeah, they're all major upgrades. Alright, I'm gonna start with rear downforce because I have the development boost for that. And the rest are gonna have to wait. Alright, yeah, let's hop into the race.
Here we are then in one of the fastest growing cities in the United States, the fabulous Austin, in the great state of Texas. The circuit itself 14 miles southeast of the city centre and home to the US Grand Prix since 2012. the latest in a long list of iconic tracks to have that honor. It's the Circuit of the Americas then, situated 14 miles outside the great city of Austin. This is the 3.6-mile lap with 20 corners, 10 each to the left and to the right, and top speeds of around 200 miles per hour. Overtaking opportunities are available into turns 1 and 12, especially with that rear wing DRS wide open. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Thomas. That was a great podium in the last race, so can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Norris, Sergio Perez, and Sainz, Vettel, Stroll, Leclerc. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Thomas. Raikkonen,
Wow, hold up.
Ocon,
A lot
they've
of people
taken
have
a
grid
grid penalty.
penalties.
Nobuharu Matsushita and Fernando Alonso. Russell, Gasly, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Nicholas Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher,
Wow.
and Max Verstappen completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So taking grid penalties at Japan was the best thing I could have possibly done.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Well, since I'm in the top 10, I think it only makes sense to do the regular strategy, because on the alternate strategy I'll only get eaten up by quicker cars behind me. So with the fuel, gonna do that plus 0.21. Everyone is starting on the soft, so it only makes sense for me to follow suit. The car simply is not quick enough to try the alternate strategy, so yeah, let's hop straight into it. Let's try and not get silly track limits warnings and penalties and flashbacks, and yeah, 28 laps of the US Grand Prix. What the? What is wrong with the AI? Like he just turns in on me. Look, the apex is nowhere near there. He just comes across me and gives me damage. I'm gonna have to restart because of the retarded AI. Like, have more awareness than that. Jesus. At least that was a practice start, I guess. What is up with the AI just turning in on people? Do I have damage? It's hard to say. Brake bias. And this is where you need the downforce that we don't have. I don't have a car quick enough to compete with the ones in front of me, so I'm just going to settle in.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Feels a bit better through the S section, maybe, but that's the weakest area of that's the weakest area of the car. Just downforce. Almost moved the brake bias up a corner too early. Well, I did, I just corrected myself.
Okay, clear.
I just would have lacked a bit of rotation going into the final corner. Well, that's not good news, is it? This one I thought we had an opportunity to score points. So he's probably going to get a grid penalty for the next one.
Nobuharu's dropped out of the race.
But, yeah, mechanical failure, I'm assuming.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.4 seconds.
Yeah, even Sergio and the Red Bull can't keep up with the McLarens.
car in front is 4.2 seconds.
Not a good corner right there. Lost a decent amount of time. Small amount of rear locking through there. Generally speaking though, the balance is fine, just a little understeering in some areas.
Perez is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 5.4 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 33.3. We're dropping back by around 4/10 a lap.
I was hoping they were on a 2-stop. And the Lando Norris is. Looks like 7 are starting to gap the rest. Got to be careful because the rear axle is starting to want to lock on me through there. I have to be careful through here as well. Everywhere else it just hasn't changed much, just a small amount
We're approaching the pit
of
window.
understeer.
You'll be on the mediums.
Just tried a lap with 57 brake bias through sector 1, it doesn't feel all too bad. But right here is where it would feel terrible. But I'm gonna keep flipping it back to 55
No time
to save
concerns
the
at the
front.
moment. Just focus on the driving.
There we go. Rear locking starting to happen a lot more. That's fine, but it can't happen again. Fronts are really dying off now. It's a good thing I'll be taking these tires off after the next lap. Cannot get undercut. You see some of them are in the pits. The undercut is massive around here. Good pit stop.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Got some clean air to work with. Gonna do some tire saving through here. Vettel's still staying out for some reason. Forgot to change the brake bias.
We've moved into P8. That's P8 now.
Alright, I'm gonna shut up so I can not get track limits and have to use flashback. Seb is gonna have to.
Right, let's not stay behind this car for long. We need to get past.
They're in the pits. Yeah, Seb is gonna have some work to do. Oh no, he stays out in front. Alright, I'm back to shutting up. That was a poor lap. Halfway through though. I'm gonna have to do some fuel saving. Fuel burn is higher than expected. At least there's not a massive amount of laps left. But I will have to do some defending.
Our gap to the car in front is 9.9 seconds.
I'm not racing them. If Norris comes out behind, I'm not going to defend, I'm just going to let him through.
Green flag.
Something major has happened. To Seb, let me pay attention to where I'm going. Okay, I'm gonna use the flashback. I'm not gonna use the flashback. I'm just gonna use the replay. Let me see what happened. Oh, mechanical failure. I thought he crashed. Okay, where am I on track? This makes things slightly more comfortable for myself. I'm not gonna fight. I am gonna tuck right behind them.
The officials are
Ooh.
deploying the safety car due to multiple cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta.
No, I dropped too many positions. I've got to try it. I'll have a massive pace advantage. And they drop time anyways. What the fuck is that pit stop? It's so slow.
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Distance.
I would have stayed out another lap if I knew we could pass it. Alright, I'm just gonna save the tires. Just put no slip angle in, basically. None of them fit, so I can just cruise. So besides warnings for track limits, I can push flat out to the end. Because the wear on these tires isn't much at all. And if we have more people with mechanical failures, still a lot to play for. Just gotta be smart about where I go for it. I want to see what. Lando's gonna be quick. And looks like P6 is the target. So I've got to overtake 6 people. But considering how much quicker the softs are gonna be, shouldn't be too hard.
Raikkonen is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 9.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 7 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:35.2.
Gonna be 7 racing laps if the safety car comes in this lap, which it will, I'm pretty sure. Gonna move the brake bias to 56.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap.
What?
When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flag.
What's going on?
Safety car in this lap.
Everybody's disqualified, but for what? How on earth? Everyone's out of the race. What the heck is wrong with this
Okay,
game?
clear.
This means I can get the win and the fastest lap, which I'll go for next lap. Because I don't want to push flat out when the tires aren't fully up to temperature. There are only 8 people in this race. Man, if my teammate didn't retire, we could have scored big time. Okay, time to send it.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
This is such a weird race. If I win this, this will be probably the weirdest race I've ever won, period. Like, in general.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
All I have to do is just not get a penalty and not get overtaken by Leclerc. Gotta be careful on the turn 1 as the brake bias is suboptimal. Three laps to go. Had to stop my alarm on the go. But we're all good.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Just gotta make sure Leclerc doesn't get in DRS range in the final lap. That didn't help. Okay, so we've got DRS now.
This is your final lap of the race. 1 lap of fuel remaining. Brilliant. Nice move.
Just hang on. Couldn't feel the rear one on the brick away.
That was on fire!
Yes, you've done it. Well done.
That was close. Where did Leclerc finish?
You can't fault the performance on the track today. A well-deserved victory.
Because I did not try to take him out.
Anthony, tell me,
Okay,
what was
good.
it that helped them achieve this success?
Staying out of trouble was probably the most important factor here. In the race where half the field weren't classified at the checkered flag, you were able to guarantee a good result by basically keeping the car running. With their pace and a decent strategy as well, I don't think the race was ever really in doubt.
A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure. So, let's review the driver's standings. Now, let's discuss, Ant, who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
The Constructors' Championship may be a foregone conclusion at the moment, but regardless, let's look at the standings. It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. Meanwhile, AlphaTauri's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
That was a crazy race. I mean, half the field, more than half the field DNF'd. Literally only 8 people finished. That is insane. Also, if the championship leaders tie, Lewis might win just because of this one countback, which is crazy. Crazy to think about. The gap remains 1 point between them. And I'm third in the championship now. This is insane. Also, we pulled away from Ferrari a bit as well. Not massively. But, I mean, 8 points is still a decent amount. But yeah, that was insane.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. It's looking like the championship is already won. Do you think there's still time for this to change? You had a lot of fans out there today. Does the pressure get to you when you're back home? Things are looking up after last week, aren't they? You're beating all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you?
A lot of interview questions there.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Man, I should really have picked the 4 interview question one. Something failed, didn't it? Of course. So now I'm gonna have to wait. And it's 600 resource points? Nah, you've got me messed up. Oh yeah, manage sponsors. Weekly income. Out-qualify your rival. 15 constructors. 4 interview questions. What's the go bonus like? Constructors P4. 4 interviews. Top 4. Driver of the day. PSD, wasn't it? Yes. So now I've just got to enter interview questions. So yeah. Don't fail.
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control.
Good.
We need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen. You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select, as while you will receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so.
So what? Now we have the best engine, right? Yeah, it looks like it. So the weight reduction. What? I don't even know what got applied. I mean, this failed. Okay, so this will come at the end of the season, pretty much. Okay, let's see. What's the performance looking like? Alright, you know what? I can afford to develop this. Actually, nah, I might as well wait. Because there's no rush. It's not going to fail on me. I don't have enough points for this. But I can start working on it once I do the practice programs for the Mexican Grand Prix. How many races are left? Corporate contracts, finances. Well, Jensen Button is still cheap. And how much does he cost? 2.5? I mean, I'm not really worried about him anyways. His focus is in the drain. And his market value is increasing, but his actual, well, his quote unquote, his acclaim is increasing, which is making him cost more. But his worth, like what he's actually worth, is not. So it'd only be a waste of money to keep him at the moment. And I'll get that back through sponsors pretty soon. Contracts, driver perks. Do I go with the development feedback? Nah, I think I'll wait for now. The engine one though, that could come in clutch, so let me do that instead. Yeah, that's fine. And it's the cheapest of the bunch, well, besides the media coaching. So I need to get 5 million in how many races? Excuse me. No, that's not worth it. 50 points for that much? No. How many races are there? Let me see the standings. Oh, here it is. I'm just retarded. So I've got Mexico, Brazil. I've got 4 races to get 4 million basically. 4 million for extra. Or 4 million more than what I have. There. That should be fairly easy to understand. So, how many laps driven? 340. It's a good thing they don't have a stat for flashbacks used. 5 podiums this season, 3 wins, average finish at P6, average grid at 14th, 1 fastest lap, which was just a few minutes ago, and 2,141 kilometers driven. Oh yeah, I remember how I won at Monza. Everyone pits for softs again. That's why Schumacher got on the podium. I think he finished 3rd. Alright. I think the... Oh wait, activities. I didn't select any, did I? No. I should have done that. But it's fine. Go to race weekend. I was too busy trying to make sure the upgrades applied after the chassis one failed. Alright, well, that's it for the stream. So if you liked the stream, which was pretty crazy. Actually, hold up. How far back is it? Pretty crazy. Actually, hold up. Alright, so go 20 minutes back if you want to see the ending of the race. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now, so yeah.